Allow me to underline shortly what the Georgian presidency would like to bring to the agenda through our priorities. Through our priority, human rights and environmental protection, the Georgian presidency would like to highlight the connection between the two concepts. We are delighted that this is the first time that environmental protection is being identified as clear priority as such. The interconnection between environmental protection and human rights is undeniable. We wish to encourage the Council of Europe to be more active in this area. We also believe that the relevant provisions of the European Convention on Human Rights, as interpreted by the European Court of Human Rights, could be used more extensively in Member States as a tool for the protection of individuals and communities against environmental harm. To reflect and raise awareness on the human rights implications of environmental problems, as well as environmental implications of human rights issues, we will be organizing two major high-level conferences during our presidency. They will take place in Strasbourg, respectively, on February 27th and April 9th. The Assembly has played a pioneering role in raising public awareness of environmental issues. We would very much value your participation in these events as well as in other events to be organized under our presidency. Together, we can make a difference and raise this issue at its appropriate political level. Civil participation in decision-making process was identified as another priority by the Georgian presidency. Civil participation in decision-making process requires society-wide dialogue on critical issues and is fundamental for functioning of a truly democratic society. We believe that more efforts could be done in order to increase the level of input from civil society and citizens in the decision-making process. This would help in strengthening and sometimes regaining trust in and credibility of our democratic institutions. On March 6th of this year, the Georgian presidency will organize an international conference on civil participation to identify useful and innovative experiences of successful engagement of civil society at local, regional and national level. The conference will mark the World NGO Day, which is on February 28. The creation of child-friendly justice system is a top priority for the government of Georgia, which also identified as priority for our presidency. We believe that a child-friendly justice system should be focused on the needs and rights of the child. Our aim is to promote Council of Europe standards on child-friendly justice system, as well as to share Georgia's experience and achievements in this area. With this in mind, on March 23rd, the Georgian presidency will hold a roundtable on restorative justice in Europe. The conference will support and encourage member states to discuss and review national experience of juvenile justice system in the light of European and international standards for human rights protection of the child, to identify existing challenges and to design more child-friendly policy solutions. The Georgian presidency also wishes to promote one of the core values of the Council of Europe: democracy through education, culture and youth engagement. We will be promoting quality and inclusive education that is free from discrimination and provides a safe and secure learning environment. During our presidency, Georgia will organize a number of events aiming in particular to promote the work of the Education Policy Advisors Network, EPAN, and the implementation of the Council of Europe Charter on Education for Democratic Citizenship and Human Rights Education. In addition to this, the Roundtable on Strengthening Democracy through Education and Culture will be organized in March of 2020. The Georgian presidency attaches the highest importance to the full and meaningful participation of young people in European societies. In this connection, and in line with our priorities, last week we held an informal exchange of views of the Ministers' deputies together with main stakeholders in the youth field to explore concrete ways of strengthening democracy through youth engagement in the Council of Europe and its member states. This event was followed by the official launching of the new youth sector strategy that we warmly welcome. In the youth sector, the Georgian presidency will in particular seek to promote the development of quality youth work practices in member states. We will also continue to support the efforts regarding the No Hate Speech Movement youth campaign. I would like to point out the conference on diasporas, which was aimed to address the active participation in state-building process. That took place in Tbilisi, December of this year, and co-organized by the Parliamentary Assembly and the Parliament of Georgia. The conference discussed relations with their diasporas and ways to improve such work. Diaspora engagement strategies differ from country to country, depending on their goals and motivations. Therefore, the conference proved to be valuable to exchange best practices. And finally, we are pleased to hold the 130th ministerial meeting in Tbilisi in May this year, 14-15 of 2020.